everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to discuss a new question from top interview 150 of lead code, and the question is zigzag conversion. This is a medium level question which is based on the string concept. So now let's move on to the problem description. So let's see the problem description now. In this question, we will be given two inputs. One will be the number of rows and the other one is string. Okay. Now what we need to do is the number of rows that we have been given. In that rows only we need to arrange that string in a zigzag pattern. Okay. So now let's say we have been given the string as PayPal is hiring here. So now what we have to do, we need and the number of rows is given as 3. Okay. So we need to divide this entire string in 3 rows. Now how do we do that? So let's say we have this PayPal is hiring. Now we need to start from here only and we will go from top to bottom of the row. Okay, so we will write PAY. Now once we have reached the end of the row, we need to go up again. Okay, so we will be writing P here again, then we will go to the top. Now what we have to write here? A, right? PAY, we wrote P and then we have A. Now again we will be going from top to bottom, so we will have A here and we will have L here. Okay, now here what we have reached the end of the row, so we will go back to the top again. So what we will get here? I, then again S, from top to bottom. So H, I, again we will have R here, then I, N, G. Okay, H. Okay, I did a mistake here. I wrote A twice. So let's not worry about that. But now we know that the concept that we need to do here is we need to divide the entire string in the 3 rows. And once we reach the end of the row, then we need to go back up again and then from top to bottom we have to come. Okay. So now let's see one more example. We have number of rows as 4. The same string we have been given, but we need to divide it into 4 rows. So again what we have? PAYP, then AL is hiring, right? So again we are following the same thing. Now what we need to do is here, once we are going from one row to another row, we need to add all the strings together and we need to return the answer. Okay, so first what we have to do, the values that are present in the first row, okay, PIN, so we need to add those in our string. Okay, after that we will take the second row. Okay, so we will have ALSIG. After that we will have YAHR, then we will have P and I. In the same way here also, what we had in the first row, PAHN, so in our string we will have PAHN. After that we will have APLSIIG, then we will have YIR. Okay, so we will add all the values or all the characters in the string row wise. Okay, so first what will come? The first row will come, then in the same way second row and then third row, or how many rows we have been given, in that same way we will add or concatenate the characters in the string. Now we observed one pattern, right? Let's say we will be taking the same first example. Okay, so we have PayPal is hiring. Now we have the number of rows as 3, right? 3. Now I will be starting from top and then I will be going to bottom. Now I observe one thing, that once I reach the end of the row, right, or I have reached the required amount of rows, I have to go back up, right? So I need to keep a check that when I reach the number of rows is equals to, whatever rows I am iterating on, number of rows is equals to whatever value we have been given, right? Let's say is NO. Okay, so is equals to NO minus 1, right? Why am I telling NO minus 1? Because it will be starting from 0, right? So we will have n minus, we have to go till n minus 1 only. Now as we see this, we need to change the value to negative, right? Whatever iteration we are taking, we need to iterate in the backward direction. So now what we will do, we have to go back up, and again we will have a p a. Now once I reach the top, again I have to go from top to the bottom, right? So once I see that number of rows is equals to 0, right, then I will have a positive condition that I need to increment the value. And once I see that number of rows is equals to n minus 1, then I need to have a negative condition where I will be decreasing the value, right? So now I have an idea that once I go from top to bottom and reach the n minus 1th row, I need to go back up, and once I reach the top, I need to go from top to bottom, right? So now we know the we have a basic idea of how to iterate. Now how do I form the string, right? So for that, what we will do, like, we cannot take a string, right? Or I cannot take a single string variable and we cannot add the values in that. Why do I say that? Now let's say I have 3 number of rows. So if I am adding the values in that string, I will need 3 variables. And let's say if number of rows is 4, then I will have to have 4 variables. In order to avoid that, what we can do, we can take an array, right? So the third condition that we will have here is, we will take an array to store the values, and it will be the size of the number of rows that is provided to us, okay? Size of no. Now we know that once we reach the top, we will go from top to bottom, which will be we will be incrementing the values. Once we reach the n minus 1th value, we will have a negative, we will be decrementing the value, and then we will have an array which will store the strings, and it will be of size of the number of rows that is given to us, okay? So now let's see how to approach this problem, right? Now we know what 3 actions or operations that we need to perform. So how do we start that? So let's declare an array, okay? So this will be the array which will be storing the strings once, from each and every row, okay? Now let's declare it as an empty string, okay? Each and every element will be declared as an empty string, and what do we need to do here? The size of the array will be of the number of rows that is provided to us. Now we know that every time we are iterating, okay? So we are starting from 0th row to 2nd row we are going, right? So if this array denotes each row, okay? So let's say the 0th index denotes 0th row, then first index denotes the first row, and second index denotes the second row, okay? Or the according to the 0th index, this will be 0, this will be 1, and this will be 2. So now let's say we are iterating here, okay? We are on first, on p, then we will be adding the value here, okay? So let's add it here. Now we see that we are going to first row, okay, according to the 0th index value. So we will have to add the value here, right? Why am I doing this? This will keep a check of the each and every row value, right? Because once let's say I reach here, now I have y. This p that will come, I need to store it in the first index value, right? Because I need to have the entire substring that will be formed by this row, right? So in order to keep a check of that, I am storing the given value at the given row at the index, okay? So now what will happen, once I come back at p, then this p will be stored here, okay? Now again this a, okay? So this a will be stored at this on the 0th index. So now we know whatever string value that we are iterating on, we will be iterating it on the basis of the rows that we have, right? So let's say we have a value row, okay? We are initializing it with 0. Now we have a row which is initialized with 0, and whenever we are adding the value or concatenating any character in this at a given index in the string, then we will be using this row value only. Okay, so now we have a row. What we will do now, we will start iterating in the string. So let's say I have a for loop which is helping me to iterate from 0 to less than n. Okay, this n is the length of the string. Now what will happen, once I have started the iteration, I have PayPal, right? I will be using this only right now. I will just be iterating on PayPal right now. Okay, so let's go for that. PayPal. Okay, now we have the zeroth row, like zeroth index, and I need to insert this P on the zeroth, like the row is also 0, and I need to insert this P on the 0th index in the array, right? So for that, what I will do, I will take the array, and in the row value I will insert this string value. Okay, so what, let's say the string is str, so str at I. Okay, so this is what we have to do here. At this, like at this row, we need to insert this value, and let's add it like this. Why am I doing this? Now after this P is inserted, after this P will come here. No, this A will come here, right? Because we have n is equals to 3, so the zigzag conversion will be like this: PAY PA. So this A needs to be inserted at this index, right, on the 0th index. So if I am not like concatenating the previous value, then like the previous value will be like P will be overwritten by A, right? So in order to avoid that, I am concatenating the value, and now we have this idea that we need to concatenate this, right? So done. Now we were checking two conditions, right? If the number of rows was is equals to 0, then we were incrementing the value, and if it was equals to n minus 1, then we were decrementing the value. So what we will do here, let's declare, we already have I, so let's take j. Okay, so now let's take j, and this will be starting from this we will be initializing from 1. Why am I saying this? Because now I have already inserted the value on the 0th index. Okay, so this row needs to be incremented by 1, and right now our row is equals to 0. So I will check this condition, that if row is equals to 0, then what I have to do, I will increment the value. Okay, so jump will, or we will be incrementing the value by 1. Okay, plus 1, so this will be 1. And if else, if row that we have is equals to the number of rows, that is no. Okay, so no minus 1, then we need to go in a negative way, right? We need to decrement the value, so this j will become minus 1. Now why am I changing this value, only j value? Now let's say I have this P. Okay, and so what will happen, this row will become was first 0, and in this array I have already inserted P. Okay, the rest of the two are empty right now. Okay, now what I do here is, after this the value will be incremented. Okay, so for that what I need to do, I need to increment the value of row, and the row value will be changing every time. So what we will do, we will not put this inside if else, we can directly write here only. Okay, that row plus is equals to j. Now let's see how this will differ. Now j is equals to 1, right? So in row if I will add 1, so what will happen, it will become 1. Now on this first index, right, we will insert a, right? A will be added there. After that again, right now row is equals to row will increment and it will become 1. Again what will happen, we have not met this condition, we only have this condition was only right and this condition is not right till now. So what will happen now, again we will add the value 1 to our row. So before it was 0, then it incremented to 1, now it is incrementing to 2. So now we have row is equals to 2 and we will come here and we will add this value. So what will happen, y will be added in the array here, right? So now what will happen, our row will become equals to 2, which is equals to n minus 1. This condition will become true now. Then now since this condition is true, so j will become equals to minus 1. Therefore what will happen, now j is minus 1, our 2 is like row is equals to 2 and we will add minus 1 in that. Then what will happen, it will become 1, right? So now what will be the answer, the row is 1, therefore we will go, once we come back here in the top, so at the first index, which is this, right, we will be adding p because we are on the 4th index right now. Okay, so we will add p here. The string is increasing, right, string length is increasing here. Now again j is equals to minus 1 only till now, right? So what will happen, again in like in 1 we will get 1 minus 1, which will give us 0. So again we have covered p a y p a l, we have covered this part. Now we will be reaching here, so this will be inserted at the 0th index of the array, which is this one, right? So we will get a here. Now this row is row has become equals to 0, which will make this condition as true, right? So now j will again become plus 1. So again out of this like if else condition, we will get 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. So what will happen, at the first index this L will be added, so we will get this. Now let's see what is that zigzag pattern that we should have, p a y p a l, right? So on the 0th index we should get pa, we are getting that. On the first index we should get apl, we are getting that. On the second index we should get y, we are getting that. So what we are doing here, we are simply following the question, right, or the pattern that we are getting from the question. That is that every time we reach the n minus 1, we have to decrease, like change the flag into negative, and once we reach the top of the number of rows, we change the flag into positive, and we will be we will be adding that flag only to our row, and that row will be the inserting point in the array. Okay, so now let's move on to the code editor, and I hope this was clear to you. If not, please let me know in the comments. I will try to clarify it more better. Okay, so now let's move on to the code editor. So let's see the code now. As we saw in the approach, we will follow the same here. So let me declare the row. Okay, and we will have a row and we will have j here also. Okay, so let's take j. It will be initialized with 1. This row is basically acting as a flag, right? So it will indicate once we have reached the top, and then again it will indicate once we have reached the end of the row, right? So let's start the iteration in the string. So I will take this as ch in s. Now once I have started the iteration, let me create an array also. So this will be the array initialized the number of rows. Now we have that, and what we will do, we will add this character in the 0th index of, or whatever row we are in, we need to increase add that character at that index only. So arr at that row, we will add that character, right? Now we need to check if row is equals to 0, then what we need to do, our this flag, okay, that is j, will be positive. Otherwise, if row is equals to number of rows minus 1, then we will make it as negative, right? So j will become minus 1. Now every time we need to make changes in the value of row, so row will be changing with j, row plus is equals to j. Now what we will do, we will simply join all the characters in the array, right, or all the elements in the array which are in the form of a string. So let's return that using join function. Okay, so join arr, let's try to run it. So the sample test cases are passed. Let's try to submit it. Actually, I missed out one edge case. If we have the number of rows as 1 only, then we will simply be returning the string, right? Means if we have been given PayPal is hiring and the number of rows is equals to 1, then we don't have to do any iteration and all, right? We will simply return the same string. Also, now let's say if there are the length of a string is 10 and the amount of rows that we have been given is 13, okay, or let us say that the length is also 10, then we don't have to iterate again in that case also, because we will be going from one we will be um, iterating in the entire number of rows, right? If we have 10 characters in a word, then the number of rows is also 10, then we will have whatever words are there, we will be adding them one by one. So similarly we will get the original string only. Therefore what we will do, we will keep a condition here. If the number of rows that we have is equals to 1, or the number of rows that we have is greater than or equals to length of the string that we have been given, then we will simply be returning our string. Okay, so now let's try to run this again. Let's try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. In case you have any doubts, please let me know in the comments. I will try to make it clearer for you. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.